Namaste everyone. We represent Karkhana, a social enterprise that focuses on giving students the right skill and attitude so that they can solve their own problems and eventually build their own future. We strongly believe that makers today are the shapers of the future. Although two of us are presenting our ideas today, we want to acknowledge that our work is being supported by Karkhana community of teachers and researchers at Tufts Center for Engineering Education and Outreach. Working with more than 80 schools over 8 years, we see following major challenges in implementing hands-on education in South Asia. Materials are difficult to find, hard to manage, and cost a lot of money. Teachers need to complete the curriculum, and the assessment is focused on rote learning. Eventually, these leads to a lack of motivation in teachers with little or no support to adopt hands-on methods of teaching. Today, we will share two approaches that we implemented in virtual setting during COVID crisis, Karkhana Science and Novel Engineering. Karkhana designed a science kit, expanding on the idea of lab in a bag. It is based on the National Science Curriculum of Nepal. The bag has a workbook with all the instruction to do experiment with illustrations. The science kit also has the student guide, teacher guide, and a Google Classroom for both teachers and students as asynchronous support. Kits were delivered at home using a local delivery partner. Students use these kits to do the experiments on their own time. Students also share their experience in learning by sharing their photos and videos of the experiment. Also, we trained science teacher to run these experiments in their virtual classroom for grades 6, 7, and 8. Karkhana also ran a few live sessions for students to get started with their self-directed learning.
So another approach that we tested was novel engineering, which basically tries to combine classroom literature with open-ended engineering design challenges. And the advantage of this approach is that learners identify problems on their own, and the books provide rich design context for the students to come up with different solutions. Based off on our experience running a couple of sessions for around 400 students in Kathmandu, we were impressed and surprised by the variety of materials the students actually sourced from their own homes. And not just that, but like they're also able to modify, adapt, manipulate, cut, glue, and create a lot of different solutions. So that was really interesting. And likewise, the students also came up with diverse solutions. For example, you can see the picture, the students came up with different ideas ranging from making blobs to making a case to help the farmer. And not just that, the students also were able to take in different perspectives so that instead of just like helping the farmer, the students also took side of the bunnies and tried to come up with solutions to actually help the bunnies. So from this experience, we sort of had the realization that young learners come up with prior experiences, like using tools, manipulating different materials, participating in household activities, and observing others' work. And we believe that these prior experiences provide alternative pathways to introduce STEM concepts outside of a formal learning environment. And coming back to the challenges again, we have tried to summarize some of the insights after running the two different approaches, Karkhana Science and Novel Engineering, and how these try to address some of the challenges we had mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. And ultimately, we believe that our success will be measured once the classroom teachers actually adopt these ideas and implement them into their own classrooms and share their learning to teachers all over the world. Thank you.